we are again. And what's interesting here is that after this review, we will only have 5 more Ghibli movies to review. After that, it'll be all done. We are almost at the end of this marathon. I can't believe that we are already towards the finish line when it feels like we just started not even that long ago. Heck, even took a delay on some of them. But, yeah, we are getting close to the end now, and I just want to say thank you for watching all of these reviews. Thank you for all your love and support. It means the world to me, as it always does. And I can only say that I hope you enjoy these last few reviews. Now, why did I make that giant long intro that had almost nothing to do with today's review? Because this movie doesn't really leave me with a whole lot to really say. What can I say? Well, it's a good movie. It is way better than Tales from Earthsea. It is easily Goro Miyazaki's best movie. But it's not great. So this is going to be a pretty short, brisk, and to-the-point review because the next one I have far more to say. So this is for the archive. Let's get it done nice and quick. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? Everybody, welcome back to Animation Station, which is for anything and everything animation, including TV and movies, and especially anime. I'm your local anime fan and host of Animation Station, Jackson Small. Welcome back to Ghibli Month, whatever you want to call it. Welcome to my review of From Up on Poppy Hill, a movie that has one really good half and one really boring half. I'll do my best to explain it, but this is one of those movies that just kind of explains itself. So, I'll try my best, and I'll just say right up front, again, this is a good movie. It's just not great, and it's got some big problems. So, without further ado, here's my review for From Up on Poppy Hill. I hope you enjoy. Goro Miyazaki's second film, and thankfully, it's a lot better than Tales from Earthsea. And unfortunately, despite that, I don't really have much to say, as it's very self-explanatory this time around. From Up on Poppy Hill is a sweet little movie about 2 kids trying to save a school clubhouse from demolition. But then it gets dragged down tremendously by having an unnecessary romantic subplot in the second half of the movie that comes pretty much out of absolutely nowhere. The story's solid, the characters are decent enough to carry the plot. We've seen these characters before, but they're by no means bad. They're fine. Animation is way better than Earthsea and looks far less cheap, even if it does look a little less budget than most of Ghibli's movies. The pacing is okay, inconsistent, but okay, and its runtime is a brief 90 minutes, making it a pretty easy sit. But then there's the forced romance that derails the plot in the second half of the movie. Seriously, you did not need a romance in there. It is forced, it is arbitrary, it comes pretty much out of nowhere, and it is very, very dumb. Seriously, you could have done without that. Just because it's a Ghibli movie does not mean you got forced romance in it all the time. Mediocre writing that is way too predictable, low rewatchability, and most unfortunate of all, especially in the English dub, boring voice acting that is nowhere close to Ghibli's usual standards. This is one of those movies in Ghibli's catalog where I don't like the voice acting. It's not that I think they're like terrible voice actors or anything like that, no. It's more just because the performances sound checked out, dull, and monotonous. And like 1,000 other performances we've seen 1,000 other times in 1,000 better movies. Yeah, it's weird that I have that complaint with a Ghibli movie, especially, again, in an English dub, but for some reason with this one, it rubbed me the wrong way. I was not a fan of the voice acting, and it made all the characters sound extremely boring. Without a doubt full of flaws, and not even remotely close to the best of the studio, but it's good enough to be worth at least one watch, and it is a huge improvement for Goro after the failure of his previous project, which, again, it's not entirely his fault, but his name is on the thing, so it is still his fault, ultimately. So, not much else really left to say. It's a simple movie, it's a sweet movie, and it does have a really good story in the first half. I just really, really wish it did not force some dumb subplot in there just to have a romantic chemistry thing that didn't need to be there and had pretty much no bearing on the story whatsoever. It literally comes out of nowhere, as does the twist with the main two characters. I'm not going to say what it is, because obviously that's a spoiler, but it's like half of a great movie's here, and then the other half is a mess. And because of that, final verdict can't be any higher than a 6 out of 10. Half of it is really, really good, and then the second half is forced, contrived, predictable, and just unnecessary. So, sorry Goro, this is your best movie, but it still has some big problems. But you know what doesn't have problems? The next movie we gotta talk about, which is my second most anticipated movie in this entire marathon besides Princess Mononoke. And it's only because I knew about Mononoke for a longer duration of time before I saw this one. And yes, I anticipated this movie more than I anticipated Spirited Away. I really hope it doesn't crush me because of that, but I'll see you guys next time for the beloved, iconic, heart-wrenching masterpiece that is The Wind Rises.
Excited for what comes up ahead.